Hey guys, how you doing? Dave here. Whenever I go to an Indian restaurant, I always see chicken tikka masala on the menu. I order it and I just love it. But the interesting part is it didn't really develop in India. It actually developed in Scotland. But you can make it easily at home. Just get your spices together, your chicken together, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So let's get started. What I've got here are 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts cut up into chunks. And I'm going to make our marinade by combining half a cup of plain yogurt with our ever so delicious spices, which is a thumb-sized minced ginger, 3 cloves of minced garlic, a teaspoon of turmeric, 2 tablespoons of garam masala, and we're just going to salt and pepper this to taste, which is entirely up to you. So what we'll do is just go ahead and add this in. For some acidity and to break down the meat a little bit, the juice from half a lemon. And I'm just going to squeeze it into one hand here just so I don't get any pits in there. Take my spoon and give this a mix up until the chicken is completely covered. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. You know what, I'm going to switch to my hands here just to make sure it's completely covered. And I think this is pretty good right about here. So I'm going to cover this with some cling wrap and let it marinate, well, I'd say for about 15-20 minutes. Now if you have the time, go ahead and let this marinate overnight, which makes it super tender and yummy. Before we cook the dish, I'd like to extend an invitation to visit our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'll put a link in the description section below. Don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell. That way you'll never miss a video we release. Okay, what we're going to do now is add 2 tablespoons of butter to a preheated pan and just kind of let this melt down. Put a tablespoon of oil, and what this does is it stops the butter from burning. Put the marinated chicken in. And we're going to fry this, so I'd say for about 4 or 5 minutes, just till it's cooked through. And of course you're going to, rotate this occasionally. And I should mention too, you can do the chicken on the barbecue, put it on a skewer, however you like it, but I'm just going to go ahead and fry it. I just want to mention too, guys, we made up some yummy cinnamon rolls last week. And a viewer by the name of Diana made them up, sent us a picture, and they look absolutely scrumptious, delicious, fantastic. Good job, Diana, and we just love it when you send us pictures, so keep them coming. Now the chicken is nicely done. We're just going to go ahead and set this aside. Wow, this smells so good. Alright, in the same pan, I'm going to add in 1 chopped onion, and you don't want to touch anything in the pan because you got those wonderful flavors happening, so we're just going to add these in. And fry these up for a minute or 2 until they become translucent. After my onions have become translucent, I'm going to add in a thumb-sized minced ginger, 3 cloves of minced garlic. Then just saute these until that wonderful aroma fills the air and they're fragrant. Might be looking a little bit dry here, so just don't be afraid to add a little bit more oil. Now the garlic and ginger are fragrant, I'm going to start adding in my spices, beginning with a teaspoon of cayenne, followed by a teaspoon of coriander, another teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of salt, and last but not least, a teaspoon of turmeric. And I'm just going to give this a stir in the pan until the spices become live and kind of activate here. After my spices have awakened, I'm going to add in 2 cups of tomato puree. And I'm going to allow this to simmer, I'd say for, about 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes, our gravy or tomato puree has thickened up beautifully. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a cup of heavy cream. And of course my chicken back in. Give it a stir until everything comes together. And we're just going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Just look at the texture and the richness of this color, these colors, guys. After about 5 minutes or so, this is just thickened up nicely and everything has come together beautifully. So I'm just going to kill the heat. And there you have it, guys, our chicken tikka masala. So let's serve this up over a bed of hot steaming rice, and you just want those juices just to drizzle into the rice. So incredibly good. Garnish it up with some fresh coriander or cilantro, just for those flavors and that green effect. So let's give this a taste test. Just incredible, guys. The chicken is tender. It's got that spiciness. It's creamy. And all those spices just come together beautifully, just kind of roll off the palate in waves. I just love it. You gotta make this. I'm gonna eat more of it. Just incredible. So for the full scoop on this wonderful recipe, head on over to cookandshare.com. All kinds of great recipes over there. Give us a thumbs up, and thanks for subscribing. See you next time.